team. It's great to have a team name. You know, as your team grows, you're going to maybe come up with a team name. Whatever you choose, whatever you go with, everything starts to be attached to that as the team grows. And, Susanna and I are laser focused, but within our laser focus, we have teams that are out throughout. Karen Shumka, a diamond director on our team, is the Delta team. And Sheila Dancho from Beausejour, she's the global energy team. And so, you start to create this camaraderie, this feeling of belonging. And that's great because then you all are working together, feeling like you are together. Creating the environment of having T-shirts at convention. This year, Suzanne and I have initiated a Team Laser Focus shirt that's going to be available or is available now for all of our team that's going to convention. And I know we have a lot of response from our team. And so everyone was pretty excited about that. And we hadn't done that in the past, but we figured, you know what, why not? And so we have our team pretty jazzed about the fact that they're going to have shirts. And I know other teams within our organization are doing the same thing, and that's great because that helps to solidify that feeling of belonging to something bigger than yourself. Celebrate, and success breeds success, and abundance thinking. There is room for everyone. So, celebrate with each other. It is about people getting out of their comfort zone, achieving their goals and dreams, using the vehicle of USANA to do that. Duplication. Duplication is what makes our business grow, and it's what makes the team become successful. And the quote here is, most of what you do will be duplicated, and a little of what you say to do will be duplicated. It's all in your actions. So make sure that what you tell people to do, that you're doing as well. Duplication is what people see other people doing. And so you want to be able to lead by your example. And duplication is the key. I showed you the power of one a few slides ago. That doesn't happen. We're going from 1 to 4,000 in a year. That doesn't happen without duplication. That doesn't happen with teaching people to do what you do, plugging them into a system so that they can feel comfortable, helping them to get unstuck when they're stuck, providing training and support, also staying in activity mode. There's so many little aspects of the business that you start to see as you grow this business. The main thing, though, is to stay in production mode. As your business grows, if you go into management mode, your business will basically manage itself. And what I mean by that is that it's not necessarily going to grow. And so if you want your business to grow, you need to get out and be productive. And that's all of us on this call tonight. And for those of you brand new, you know that it's about contacting, inviting, it's about presenting, it's about follow-up, and it's about sponsoring and then teaching them to do the same. Duplication. Keep it simple. Don't have to complicate it. But duplication is about showing people a system that they can plug into and feel that it's simple enough that they can follow. And as I said just a minute ago, keep it simple. That's why systems are so important. If you were to take a look at any franchise system out there that has been a success, you'll know that they're a success because their system is simple. Doesn't matter, like if you were to take a look at Tim Hortons franchise, a McDonald's franchise, the system that they have is not a difficult system. So somebody that had the financial wherewithal, the $1 million to invest in one of those franchises, they didn't have to have a PhD degree in business or have, commerce degrees or whatever. They had to have the ability to understand the system and to plug the system in effectively so that they can make that store or wherever they were successful. Well, that's the same thing with us, is that you don't need to be a PhD in business. You don't need to have years of university. You can be somebody that maybe didn't even finish their high school and has a desire for more in their life. It's the people that have desire to excel in the world that changes the world. You know, there are many, many, many people out there today that were super intelligent that didn't do anything about changing the world. But it's the people that had the strong desire, that driving force, that fire inside, that why, that changed the world. And they weren't necessarily the smartest or the richest. They were just the biggest. They're the most motivated people internally, and with that motivation, they were willing to do what it took to change the world. And so, what are you willing to do to change the world, to change your world? And if you're motivated and you have a driving force within you, that fire, plug into the system so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel, so that you don't make this process expensive, and that you can get from A to B quickly and effectively. Oops. So, there's value in your team. And this is Vern and Ann again, a picture of them with Suzanne and I. And for those of you looking, you'll see that I'm wearing this beautiful gray bow tie. It was about 3 feet wide. It's quite funny. Anyways, but it was a great night for Vern and Ann because they celebrated gold at convention. And Vern and Ann I count as great friends, and they're more than auto ships. They're people that, through the process of being in USANA, getting to know each other, they become your friends. And they have a common interest, and they cherish what you do, and you cherish what they do. And so your team becomes family. And that's a great parallel in that the word team actually becomes family. There's value people in your family, value people in your team. They really are one and the same when you're talking about USANA. They become your USANA family. They become part of your lifestyle. You share what you do, how you do it, where you want to be. All those things are shared with the people that believe in you and you believe in them. And so team building does provide the biggest gift. You know, as you know, I can relate to Suzanne and I when we first started in this business years ago, that I had no clue how to build this business. Ron, the fellow that worked with us, and Rennie, who sponsored us, they were willing to give us everything they could. You know, they were going to basically empty the bank or empty the vault of all the knowledge that they had with regards to USANA, with regards to network marketing, with regards to team building, so that we could be effective. And of course, in turn, Suzanne and I have done the same thing, and we teach for all of us to empty the vault of our vault of knowledge that we have, so that the people that we share that information with can grow and prosper, and that team becomes it flourishes, and that team, that family, really becomes that big gift that you were talking about. I look back, and working with Ron, our team grew quite quickly, and we got to meet some great people, and in the process of meeting some of those people, we were able to travel the world. I was able to travel across Canada, got down to Mexico, and met a great man down there in Alberto Pena, who we were able to work and develop with him and create his USANA family that he's created down in Mexico, and we've been able to work across United States, into Europe, into the Philippines. It's an amazing process, and along the way you create relationships, and whether some of those people actually build big businesses or not is up to them. But the interesting part is the relationships are there. And I have great relationships with my emeralds and diamonds and rubies and golds, but I have just as great relationships with people that are just great customers today, or they're building at a very slow pace, because they're all people that have life challenges. They are all people that are embracing USANA at the level that they can embrace it at, and they're all part of the USANA family, and they're all part of our USANA family and our USANA team. So team building does provide the biggest gift, in that you can have the opportunity to get totally jazzed about convention coming up, because you're going to meet so many people. Most of the people that, if you've been to convention before, most of the people that you're going to see aren't even in your downlines. They're cross-line, but they are part of you. They're part of your USANA family. The reconnection is going to be so much fun and inspiring, and together everyone's going to witness what some of the excitement is for the convention this year in August, and we're all going to feel empowered together to go out and build stronger, faster, better teams. And that's what team building is all about. And so the last slide here is this example of some of the team. And that most of the pictures here are at conventions. And the picture in the top left is Alberto Pena, Rory Jones on the far right. Two great leaders. Both of them have earned $1 million in USANA, and they're part of our team, but more importantly, their family. You can't really see the picture of all the pictures there on the wall, but Sheila and Gary Dancho, Emerald Directors, $1 Million Club earners, I consider to be great friends. Regardless if we ever worked with them in USANA ever again, I know that I would be able to go out to their island cabin and have a blast with them and celebrate life. Because it is about them becoming much more than just team, but becoming family. And each and every person on that slide represents that. And so as you're building your team, you know, whether you like it or not, or whether you know it or not, these people that you're building team with are going to become some of your best friends, some of the people that you'll share many, many great moments with. And you can see that there's one of the slides in the final slide here is a picture of the Ron Dowie Memorial Golf Tournament. Ron was a great mentor of ours who passed away now 10 years ago. Yet, you know, his team and his legacy continues. And all of us that are part of the Laser Focus team are continuing that legacy and continuing to grow that team and that family. And so in the beginning, when Ron first got started, 17 years ago, he was one. He was a team of one. And today his team not only includes Team Laser Focus, but a good chunk of all of Quebec and many other areas of USANA. And he has a fantastic business that continues to flourish because the power of one became 3, became 7, became 15, became 31, became 63, 127, 255, 511, and 1,024 and 2,048, and then eventually 4,096. So the team grows. The team grows because you work with team, you teach them to duplicate, to get unstuck. And I think I'm going to leave you with one last message before we open up the call to any questions, and that is the message tonight is, don't make this journey expensive. Follow a system. If you want your system to grow, you want your team to grow, you need to follow a system. And by following the system and being accountable to that system, you'll find that it won't be as expensive than if you just try to do it on your own. Plug into a system, and you'll find that you can hit your goals faster, your team will grow faster, and people can duplicate faster, and you will have a fantastic team. So with that, folks, I'm done my portion here, but I'm going to open it up to getting you folks to see it.